tonight as we have an intriguing battle in store for, surprisingly, 4th position. The Guardians of the Crib are at home at Twickenham and they're taking on the French threat that comes in place of the 5th spot of Toulon. Hello everyone and welcome on to Cornflakes Crib, your home of Rugby Challenge 3 and the subscriber series, the Global Rugby Challenge, where we are closing out round 10 with a battle between the English club, the Guardians of the Crib, up against the French glamour club, you could say, of Toulon. The Guardians of the Crib sit currently in 4th position and are under threat of teams like Toulon if they do not pick up another victory here today. Of course, the last time we seen this Guardians side, they were humbled by a dominant All Flakes team. They'll be out for revenge. They'll be out for a big 5-point victory here to go back up that table and back up to where they feel that they belong. They've got 2 losses from these three subscriber clashes as well, which will not please this very much side that likes to control, that likes to dominate, and likes to lead from the front. They'll be going a few changes here in today's lineup, and the starting 15 will be as follows. Luke Dromerville, Mike Hunt, and Owen Morgan will line up the front row squad, representing once again for the Guardians. In the second row, there's a big man doing the damage there in the shape of Michael Shepherd at 5. He'll partner Liam Hacker at 4. The ever-impressive Ollie Crabb will start on the blind side of Bob getting a rare start in the back row of Kevin Marshall coming in at number 8. Ken Lynch keeps spot at 10, a new partner in the halves with Juan Rodriguez, who has been doing great stuff for this Guardians side. In the midfield, dangerous as ever, Kieran Jones and Oliver Elliott Williams. On the left wing, James Garner. The right, Louis Trotman. And Fergus Lamb will be at fullback, number 15 for the Guardians of the Crib as they look to get back in the winner's circle. Trying to stop them do that will be Toulon. Now this is a club that has really battled with the Crusaders for that number 5 spot on the table. In recent weeks they've looked very impressive as well, picking up good wins over French rivals Clermont and of course a big one over Wasps, 44-18. That one was a hammering. Their side has hardly changed throughout the season, but it's the midfield that you're going to have to look out for the most. Any side with Ma'a Nonu and Matu Bastero in 12 and 13 has to be a block-busting danger. But there's more than that to this Toulon side. It's a very good pack. It's a well-operating backline as well. Finishes on the outside. James O'Connor, of course, at the back. This side looks dangerous, but can the Guardians stand up to the force coming from France? We are all set for kickoff here. It'll be the Guardians of the Crib in the blue and red looking at it now, and of course the red and black for Toulon as Twickenham hushes with Fergus Lamb, the ball at halfway, looking to get things up and ready. Referee blows and we are underway. Fergus Lamb with a deep kick, surprising everyone, going to the left-hand side, and it is Bastero with the first takedown, and Ken Lynch takes over Rodriguez. Good little pass away, but the fly half hammered down quickly. Here is Oliver Elliott Williams away to Owen Fagan, looking to fan Nonu. Mike Hunt is right on toe with him as well. The big boys in the front row working together. Here's Kevin Marshall. Oh, big high tackle there on Kevin Marshall. And that was James O'Connor flying in from fullback and putting in the shoulder. Very high, very dangerous as well. And Fergus Lamb has the ball thrown at him very, very quickly for Mike Hunt. Get us those 3 points, he says, very, very early in the match, just a few minutes in. And the first opportunity for points going to the fullback for the Guardians, Lamb, who slots it over. Very easy, comfortable position for a high-caliber kicker. 3-0 the score. The Guardians strike first. And 3-0, they have the lead. The man who gave away those 3 points will be doing the kicking off, James O'Connor. At halfway, the number 15 jumper has opposite scored them as well. How ironic is that? As Ollie Crabb pulls in and Oliver Elliott Williams slides straight through. Looks for a bit of width on that, and he has just done a terrible kick. That is one of the worst you'll see in the GRC this season. Out on the full, but pretty much directly sideways. He made the bust. should probably trust in his running instincts a bit better in future. Bello goes wide for Ma'anonu, who's kicked it straight down to Fergus Lamb, who's smacked it back, and the fullback looks to get a bit more distance on this one. Winded is back as well. Garner chases, and he misses. Ma'anonu's back there as well. And Luke de Normanville pulls him down. And quickly Toulon up and over the ball. Recycle possession. Smith, who had it to his sober, does nicely as well before Bello once again kicks us away. Looking to pin back the Guardians as Fergus Lamb returns a thumper. Is it going to go dead? Is it going to hold up? It does. Oh, that's beautiful from Fergus Lamb. Puts a bit of pressure there on Toulon. Is that so delicately set up inside the end goal? It's 22 dropout missed. Well, that was interesting. Completely missed there from Louis Trotman. And the ball dribbles into touch. O'Connor quite chuffed with his efforts. Rightly so, you would say. And Marquardt will throw in to the line out. Maya Shepherd in the middle has missed it. And it's gone to the back to Dane Vermeulen. And Toulon get a nice turnover. Good time to do it as well. Away for Van der Merwe, intercepted ball from Liam Hacker. Lynch is there. Quickly gets it out. Jones! Met heavy resistance there and turned over as well. That is beautiful. And they come quickly wide. Hacker won't have it until he's over. Alongside Lamb, they slow him down enough, and Hacker turns it over. Rodriguez has support from Bob right there. Crab goes back to Lamb, and he is the man you want for the job, and he smokes us down to halfway, and Kevin Marshall chases nicely. Sits up, and a mark is taken. Well, Elliot Williams, bit of a surprise, he's gone for that one. Lamb has the ball, and Lamb will tap it, and Lamb looks like he's going to drill it down the centre of the park anyway. And chasing is the danger man, Kieran Jones, and he absolutely hammers O'Connor at the back for Lamb. Takes another one. Oh, that's a big shot. Slowly trotting across is Ken Lynch, and he box kicks this from the base of that breakdown. It is a kicking marathon here, and O'Connor is back, and he returns fire. Up towards halfway, and Oliver Elliott-Williams spots a huge hole. Goes wide to Shepherd, who knocks on. Mistake, and now knocked on from Ma'anonu. One this way, one that way. We will set for a scrum. Captain Hunt is trying to calm down his lanky second rower.
Crouch. Bind.
And the ball will be there.
Set.
For Tillersport to feed. Two good backs, but the Guardians get a good shot. They hit back very quickly, and this could be turnover ball. It is there for Kevin Marshall. Somehow squirts it out to Bob. Wait on, he grabbed. And he couldn't hang on to a cold the way he was going there. Big opportunity for the Guardians of the Crib. And they have not put that one in their favour. Look at Shepherd. Shepherd just does not fit in that pack. Another scrum feed for Tillersport. This one looks a bit better for Toulon. Oh, does it? It might not be. A late shove in for the Guardians, and they turn it back. Marshall, still running Marshall. And he cuts out about 3 or 4 defenders. Will finally being taken down by Mitchell. Here's Jones, away to Shepherd. This has to be a try. Shepherd with Trotman, and Louis Trotman knows how to finish. Or does he? Oh, Louis Trotman has made an absolute hash of that. He has gone dead in goal and given away a certain 5-pointer when the Guardians need it the most. What a mistake to make, Louis Trotman. A huge error. De Normanville takes it in, and Crab out the back door to Marshall. Could be a turnover, but Rodriguez makes them pay. Crab picks, goes to De Normanville. Once again, it's Shepherd. Oh, we can have an instant replay. It's Shepherd this time to Oliver Elliott-Williams, and he makes no mistake of that. Shows Trotman how to do it right under his nose. Oliver Elliott-Williams, not one to shy away from a 5-pointer, unlike his right winger. But how about this from the big man, Michael Shepherd, delivering it on a gold platter for the second time in minutes. And Louis Trotman gives a little fist pump to say, yeah, I could have done that. Well works from Michael Shepherd. You've got to give him all the credit in the world. He has put that beautifully on display twice. And his team will take an 8-0 lead now. As we look towards halftime, Ferguslam a chance to make it 10. Time is up on the clock, and the small breeze behind the Guardians will be disappearing. In the second half, as Toulon will look to make most of that. Here is Ferguslam with a great shot at goal. And the score escalates up to 10-0 now. Guardians of the Crib doing it round 10 against the 5th place Toulon, looking to make an impact into that top 4. Not the way they're playing here today. 10-0 halftime score. Look at that top row. Possession 88% to 12. That is a massive, massive difference between the two sides. 12% of the ball, you're not going to do anything with that. Territory, pretty much 80-20. That's a huge chunk going to the home team, who are just putting on a clinic in ball retention. Finishing could do with some work, couldn't they, Mr. Trotman? Line breaks of 5-2. You got to credit Toulon. Picking up 2 line breaks, despite having only 12% of the ball, is still fairly impressive. An area where the Guardians have dominated is the scrum. 2 feeds for Tillesport in its pack, yet none have come out on their side. That is a big area they're going to have to improve on if they're going to get back into the game in the second half. 10-0 Guardians lead. Toulon need to score next. And of course, that man on screen giving away an early penalty as well to Ferguslam, who duly delivered. Here he is kicking off. James O'Connor goes short, and it is pulled in from Ollie Crabb, and he sets it up nicely. Here is a bit of a pick and go, and a finding room to Bob, who is all alone, looking for support to Garner. Oh, now Garner's dropped it. The wingers have got butter all over their fingers. James Garner had it easily to do, and now another knock on. This time Tillesport with the error. But you've got to put the question out. What is going on here with the wingers for the Guardians of the Crib?
Set.
Louis Trotman, James Garner, and a miscue at the scrum sees the Guardians go barreling backwards. Good scrum this time from Toulon, and Tillesport finally sees it at his number 8's feet. Intercepted! Oh, read the play like a primary school book. It has been since turned over though. And Ma'anonu finding room out to the left side. There's a good little run there from Tui Fafanua. Nonu runs into Bob, and Bob holds him up. It's Tillesport. Goes to the right-hand side. They cut it back in from Mullen. Back to Bello. Back to Smith. Outside to Tui Fafanua. Ma'anonu once more. He spilt the ball.
Release.
Not knocked on, says the referee. And Luke de Normanville has taken a sweet old time to come in. He picks and goes. And he goes straight through as well. Oh, he's beaten the fullback and he's lost it. He's lost it. Oh, what an opportunity for Luke de Normanville. Beat the defender. But the fullback has got an arm in the way, and the ball is squirted free, like we've seen from Ma'anonu just seconds before. To the back, and Olivon does well, and they spread it wide to Toulon. Looking for Nonu. Nonu running. Nonu taking great tackle, and that is a wow. That is simple as ABC. Out wide defending for the Guardians. It was all teed up for Ma'anonu to get onto that. And the Guardians once again read it like a schoolboy's book. Or girl. Pretty simple stuff on attack by Toulon. They'll be wanting definitely change that up. Here is Hunt to the front. Lynch. Oh, and Rodriguez. Running is Rodriguez. Where's Luke de Normanville? Here he is. He's already beaten one man on the side step, looking for another. This time he's held up nicely. Bello does well. Here is Shepherd. He's been phenomenal, has Michael Shepherd, and he beats another defender just for the fun of it. They go to the right to Marshall. Oh, Ma'anonu once again. High tackle, instant card. Wow, the referee has said he's seen enough. And Ma'anonu, who so much of their play goes through, has been sent to the bin. Here's a quick tap from Fergus Lamb.
Release.
And Ken Lynch has to run in and jump and help out. They might lose this here, the Guardians. Oh, what a time to do it. A quick tap, and they lose the pill straight away. Now they come wide Toulon, and they break away. Beautiful work from Bastono. Bastono against Lynch, and Oliver Elliott-Williams. They won't stop him, and Manto Bastono will score the opening try for Toulon. Man in the bin, turnover from the quick tap, and away goes Bastono. How do you like that? He says. Too much speed for the little scrum half Ken Lynch, and his opposite number Oliver Elliott-Williams scored one of his own. But great speed showing there from Bastono. Too much all the way, but you got to credit a lot of that to Mitchell, who drew the last defender before setting free his outside centre. Bastono scores, and a score at 10-5. It is well and truly game on for these two teams. An important kick here too for Mr. O'Connor. On the left side, James O'Connor! That is a perler! Great kick from the former Wallaby. 10-7 the scoreline now. And the Guardians have got some thinking to do. How did they stuff up a chance like this earlier? Fergus Lamb took the tap, and he's really put his team in a vulnerable position. Luke de Normanville, him on the other hand, has done everything he can to win it for his team. Here's Trotman, Louis Trotman, banks through one. Trotman fed! Trotman still going! What a run from Louis Trotman! But once again, the Guardians lose out on the goal line of Toulon. Another quick offload, and they come wide. Tuisova gets away from Ghana, but it will be an opportunity to turn over. Hunt can't find it. Still there attack. Kruger does well, and again it's Bastono.
Release.
They're looking for the win here, Toulon. An easy step up. Oh, Luke de Normanville. He has been fantastic for the Guardians of the Crib, and Bellew goes crunching into touch. Ma'anonu comes back. How will this change the dynamic of, well, easily the most impressive side over the last 10 minutes, Toulon? 10-7, Hunt to the front again, Lynch to Rodriguez. Rodriguez squats it out to an intercept. And Bastono has been all over it, but Hacker has turned it over. Shepherd to Jones. Kieran Jones, he's got Trotman, and Louis Trotman does not make the same mistake twice. That is exquisite finishing from the Guardians of the Crib. Turnover from Hacker. That's where it all started. It was a bit loose, and the big man Kieran Jones just delivers it perfectly to Louis Trotman. Probably could have gone himself, but was in a bit of trouble here. Two defenders right on him, but he did the comfortable thing. He did the safe option. And Louis Trotman, learning from earlier errors, just falls straight over. A great try. Quickly from the turnover. And Liam Hacker has been on great form for this Guardian side. 15-7. The conversion is very, very good from Fergus Lamb. Hasn't had the greatest day at the back. He's made some poor decisions, but overall, he has developed nicely with his side here to grind out this hard-fought victory over 5th place Toulon. 4th will be there for the taking for the Guardians. I don't think they'll take 5th place. Here is Hunt. Hunt still going.
Release.
But you've got to pinpoint performances here. Luke de Normanville, here he is again. Shoddy pass, but a beautiful ball from Trotman up to Oliver Elliott-Williams. He kicks over the top. A cute little chip. And it comes down though. Tillesport pulls it in. And Toulon facing the pump here. But they get the kick away. Bellew down the sideline has thumped it into touch. They don't want to play on here, Toulon. Although they have thrown away a bonus points. Another try would have given them within 7. They didn't get that. And they have conceded dramatically here to the Guardians of the Crib. Ma'anonu's yellow card was the spark that Toulon needed in the first half. It was late and it wasn't enough. That brilliant try from Matsu Bastero had put Toulon back within a fighting chance. 2 tries for the Guardians going to Oliver Elliott-Williams and Louis Trotman. Trotman should have had 2. He really did butcher one early on in the game. Fergus Lamb 2 out of 2 in conversions and 1 from the 1 penalty attempt. James O'Connor on the other side, a beautiful kick from the left-hand touchline, putting his extra 2 over. Full-time stats, well, if you saw what it was at half-time, you'll be happy to know Toulon have turned up to play in the second, rising up to 33%. Territory still pretty poor, 74 to 26. The scrum got better and the handling got a lot better. But the yellow card, well, was it the start or was it the end of Toulon? Personally, that was the fight back right there. The Guardians, though, had enough about them to shut it down and to get something of their own to put it beyond doubt. A low-scoring affair, but a pretty tight, a gritty, and an arm wrestle between these two sides. 4th and 5th up for grabs. The Guardians should stay in 4th. They should not have enough to jump to 3rd. We'll check those tables out now and see what we have to look forward to in round 11. So it is a big-time crunch match. Next round, opening match of round 11 is the Celtic Dragons versus the All Flakes. That is going to be one of the great games of the season, I do think. Dragons have been good and bad throughout the year. The All Flakes have been brilliant, like against the Guardians, but shut themselves off against the Flakers to lose last round in round 10. Now, can they pick themselves back up to take out the newcomers to the competition this season, the Celtic Dragons? Let's have a look at the competition. It is the Flakers who lead. They've gone 2-1 against subscriber sides. The Dragons and the All Flakes are both 1-1. Someone is going to go home with a 2-1 and someone is going to go with a 1-2 record. Who will it be? You'll find out first match of round 11. The Guardians, of course, finalists in Season 1. Their season, not the greatest. They have lost 2 subscriber battles and they are just hanging on to the bottom there with 38 points. Toulon down on 27. Their season with that loss will be done now. It is the Crusaders who are fighting back up to 32, but it looks like a tough ask if they're going to get anywhere near that top 4 positions. So it is all on the line here with these last couple of rounds, especially for the All Flakes and the Dragons. You can say, I guess, a 5-point win or a bonus point win for the All Flakes could see them go up possibly as high as first position. The Flakers are only 5 points ahead, but of course they still have their match to play. Who will they be playing, I hear you ask? There we go. They are up against Toulon. Guardians of the Crib will round it out up against the Scarlets, who I'm pretty sure are doing pretty poorly, down on 15 points, just 3 wins. So that is the final round of the competition. We see we've had a couple of games already. The Exeter Chiefs have been thumped by the Crusaders and Clermont have thumped Munster. 4 games left and we have quarterfinals, semi-finals and the big one, the grand final. So the quarterfinals, of course, will feature, I should say, one of the subscriber sides. Is that right? So let's have a look at the standings. So you're going to have the top 6. There's only 2. So 3rd should play 6th and 4th should play 5th. So that'll be the All Flakes currently up against Toulon and the Guardians up against the Crusaders. And of course the top 2 spots going through straight to host a semi-final against the winner of those 2 quarterfinals. That is what we have to look forward to. Of course, if there's 4 quarterfinals, then we'll know that 8 teams will go through. However, with 6, that means that there will be just the 2 quarterfinals and the top 2 sides going through to the semis. Alrighty, that does wrap me up for today. The last look at the table, Exeter Chiefs finally do have a victory at the bottom as well, which is great to see. But, of course, before we wrap up, Team of the Week for round number 10. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know on Twitter, @CornflakesCrib. You can find me there. Let me know anywhere that you can get a hold of me who you think deserves to be in Team of the Week for round number 10, with that coming very soon as well. And then the final 3 games in round 11 before it is crunch time. It's knockout time. It is winner take all. It is the finals series. I hope to see you all there for those ones as well. Thanks for tuning in and watching. If you've enjoyed the episode and want to see more of the series, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and tune in to the crib more often. Of course, if you liked the video, do hit that thumbs up as well. And I'll see you all for our Team of the Week, round 10. That'll be the next episode coming your way. Until then, though, take care.